What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Crayon Rocket podcast. So, this one is a little bit different. We ain't going on local stories like we usually do. This one is just a little bit different because we're going on the trendy stories or the stories that are trending on Yahoo and stuff. So, first, I want to welcome you guys to the podcast. And secondly, let's go ahead and start this off. Elderly Asian woman fights back after man punches her in the face in San Francisco. Right? A 76-year-old Asian woman reportedly beat up a man who assaulted her in another unprovoked attack in San Francisco. Witnesses said Zhao Zhen Z was leaning by a light pole while waiting for the traffic light around Market Street in San Francisco when a 39-year-old man approached her and punched her in the face without provocation. Very traumatized, very scared, and this eye is still bleeding, Z said with the translation help of her daughter, Dongmei Lee. The right eye still cannot see anything, still bleeding. We have something to absorb the blood. Even though she was injured, Z fought back against the attacker by grabbing a stick and hitting him with it. The woman suffered injuries to her eye and the side of her face while the man was left bloodied. Right? Man, this is crazy, right? You just gonna walk up to this Asian lady, right? This elderly woman, right? And you're gonna punch her randomly in the face. I've been seeing other headlines of just like these like racially these racial profile attacks like on the Asian community and just Asians around and stuff like that. And to me, I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. What is like provoking any of this? Because it makes no sense to me. Because we did a video last week, right, where this couple was coming out and there was Asian slur that was on their car and stuff like that. And it's just like, come on, like where is this coming from? Like this racism and these racial slurs just don't make no sense. It's just like, what are you doing, right? It's just like it don't make any sense to me at all. But man, no, I'm proud of that lady, bro. She grabbed a stick, started beating that dude, bro. Started beating that dude, bro. But man, like that crazy, bro. Super, super crazy. Just of yeah, just yeah, man. That's just yeah. That's whoo. That's just man. It's like ugh, right? But know what? Dude got what he deserved. I mean, her eye's still bleeding, bro. So prayers out to the family, man. And know what, man? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this world and just what people think that they could just like do, you know, or anything like that. But yeah. So next one, Army Hammer accused of rape 4 years ago in LA. So Army Hammer, the Hollywood actor, has been accused of raping a young woman for 4 years ago in LA. His lawyers called the allegations outrageous and said the actual relations were completely consensual. The rape allegations by several women who accused the 34 actor of emotional and physical abuse. So we know with allegations like this, they could be true. There could be other intentions of it, right? But the thing is, you can't just discredit it right away, right? You can't discredit what's going on right away. You just can't, right? You just can't. And yeah, like yeah, come on, like you just that's like the crazy thing is trying to deal with all the craziness and those type of regards and stuff like that because you're in the spotlight, you're going through all this, and yeah, but yeah, it's just crazy, right? So hopefully they investigate, they see what's going on, they see if the allegations are true, if they're not, right? And yeah, so hopefully, you know, they find some justice in this. Hopefully they find a solution and a resolution to all of this because, man, you know, it's just a little too much, right? It's just a little too much. But if if the guy did do it, he needs to be held accountable. Definitely needs to be charged. Probably career be over. You know, all of those factors need to play a role in it. and just yeah, and just yeah, just come on, y'all. But yeah, just come on. Hold on. But yeah, but yeah. So if it's true, hopefully there's some um, resolution to it. Hopefully he gets charged. But if he is innocent, hopefully, you know, um, hopefully, there's some justice on the other end of it too. Because you know what? No one should ever go through any of that at all. Like at all. So we're gonna jump into the next story. Former roommate says the Georgia suspected shooter expressed shame over sex addiction. Former roommate of the Georgia man charged with 8 murders and attack at an Atlanta area day spa said the shooter told him of an addiction that compelled him to visit massage parlors seeking sex. So, this roommate of his is pretty much saying, like, the reason this dude went and committed all those things is he had a sex addiction. He had an addiction. He had a problem, right? But I don't think just because you have that type of problem or whatever, I don't think that's a solution to go up in a spa and just start blasting people, right? I mean, it don't make sense. Like, I don't think addictions go and take you to that extreme, but I mean, maybe it does. I don't know. It's just a little weird to me, right? It's just a little weird to me. But man, like, prayers to the families of the ones that were lost, and just the families. Yeah, man, just pray to all of them, man. It's a crazy situation, right? You know, people think that, oh, we got a new president, right? Craziness is gonna be gone. Still there. It's still prevalent in our lives. It's still there. We can't ignore it. We can't just act like it doesn't exist, because it is there. Right, it is there. But yeah, so yeah, craziness among all that. Don't know how much we could really say that the addiction played a role in why he did any of this, but regardless of what it is, should not have happened. No one should have lost their lives whatsoever. So I think, man, you know what? Just keep this guy locked up and just don't let him out, because I'm tired of seeing stuff like that. It make no sense, and he deserves to be locked up for life, bro. Killing 8 people, bro. Killing 8 people. No, man. No one deserves to lose their life. So next one. 13-year-old boy attacked by teens told to go back to your country in Queens. A 13-year-old boy was attacked by a group of teenagers on a playground in Queens on Tuesday. Ongoing investigation. The boy was playing basketball when 2 or 3 other teenagers began to attack him. They hit the boy in the head with the basketballs while shouting racist remarks. Stupid, blank, Chinese, go back to your country. Wynn's radio station reported that the boy's mother had taken him to the hospital for treatment. The boy was listed as in stable condition. No arrests have been made. The attack follows a string of anti-Asian incidents that have occurred throughout the country over the past year. Earlier this week, a 75-year-old woman, we just talked about that one, right? Man, like, what is going on? And then the last week was, like I said, with the whole, couple, with the racial slur and stuff like that. Or not last week, but the week before. It's like, what is going on with the anti-Asian slurs and all this racism towards Asians now, right? Like, it don't make no sense. And, like, come on. Like, none of this is making sense. We are seeing so much hatred and division everywhere, right? Everywhere. There's no escape from it. Like, we see it here, we see it there. Like, people losing their lives, people being bullied, people being hurt, right? Like, being targeted. Like, it don't make sense. Like, me, I mean, I don't know if I've ever really been, like, anyone's ever really been racist to me. I mean, I've had, like, little things, like, said every once in a while or whatever, but, like I don't know the extent or what any of them or the Asian community or the black community go through regarding that. I don't know. I can't really say I've went through it where I understand it to that extent where I'm like, man, I know exactly how you feel, because I don't. Like, I really don't. I don't know what you guys, what any of you go through, and like, and I pray for you guys, and I support you guys in every battle that you guys fight, because you know what, minorities, we kind of in the, we are a minority, right? We're the ones that gets picked on the most, right? But man, like, it don't make no sense, bro. The whole 75-year-old woman thing, and then this, you pummel the little kid with basketballs just so you can make a point and then tell him to go back to the country, bro. Ain't it? Like, there's some evil people in this world, bro, and it's very disheartening. It's very disheartening. So, jumping into the last one, teen dies after woman disconnects ventilator for 10 hours. South Carolina cops say 37-year-old woman in South Carolina has been charged in connection with the death of her child last summer. Sharma Ladil Harris was arrested Thursday on charges of voluntary manslaughter. She was accused of disconnecting a ventilator that was deemed necessary to assist with a minor child's breathing functions. A warrant for her arrest states Harris and her 13-year-old were in Lynchburg, South Carolina on June 13, 2020, when she reportedly disconnected the ventilator at 10:58. The ventilator remained disconnected till 9:35 p.m. Based on the investigation, medical records, and expert medical opinion, the AFN believes that probably cause exists to establish that the defendant did commit the offense of voluntary manslaughter. Involuntary manslaughter implies less culpability than murder, according to Cornell Law School Legal Information Institute. It is unlawful. It is the unlawful killing of a person in the sudden heat of passion upon sufficient legal provocation. The criminal defense attorneys at William & Wash in Charleston said Harris was booked Thursday. If convicted, she faces between 2 and 30 years in prison. But man, like, they literally, I think they said, I don't know if they just put the child on the ventilator or whatever, right? But man, like, I think there's like a protocol with it, right? I don't think you just go, yeah, just take them off right away, right? I think you want to give them a fighting chance. Like, the kid's only 13, and it was just helping with some breathing issues, right? I don't think it was, like, I don't think that it was necessary to take them off the ventilator at all, right? Like, if they're in a coma for, like, a long time or whatever, they're going to be a veteran. It's different, bro, but I don't know how it is when it involves a child, though, because it's different. It's, like, different when it's someone that's older and stuff, and you're like, what do I do, right? But this is a child. This is your child that you just did this to. It makes no sense. And you know what? Like, I think it was voluntary manslaughter. You know what? She chose to do that. That is manslaughter nonetheless. You killed your child. Defenseless, could not, they weren't going like, yeah, thumbs up, yeah, take it off. They weren't doing that, right? You took a life from your own child. For what purpose, right? For what purpose did you do that for? Because it makes no sense. Now they arrested you. Now you're going to face, if convicted, from 2 to 30 years in prison. For what? It makes no sense, y'all. It makes no sense, man. But, man, I appreciate y'all listening to my opinions on this stuff, man. And I just pray that we all see the light and we all come together in unity. And know what? And without further ado, I'm going to have to bid y'all adieu. If you ain't subscribed yet, subscribe too. And until next time, salute.